Cantina Barflies. Aaron here for episode 8. We have the ever-elusive, phantoming Lando Calrissian. You may also know him as Pasky.
Hey, thanks for having me again.
We missed you last week, buddy.
Yeah, sorry, man. I've been so busy, and now I'm coming back with trying to heal from my cold, so I might have a bit of a funny voice. So I apologise in advance, but
nah, it's good to have you back, man. We missed you. We really did. It was a bit hard to actually do that podcast on my own. I don't want to do that again.
A good podcast, though. It was actually good listening.
Cheers, mate.
Yeah, it's actually a really, really informative podcast, so I really enjoyed listening to that one.
That was a goal. Yeah. That was a goal. Well, we do have the Death Star quiz today that we promised as well.
Yeah. What do we name it? The Death Star?
I think we
Star
just
one?
Because it's so hard that it's like the Death Star death quiz. Like you'll be lucky to get one right.
Yeah. Well, yeah. So it was just for the listeners. Aaron and I just watched episode 4, New Hope, before recording. Had a little watch, and we decided to keep our notepads on hand and write down some questions from the film, quiz trivia.
That's it.
And yeah, we'll have that soon enough.
We'll have that later. But first, we'll get some news, or maybe some stuff that we missed last week. So that that Cassian Andor.
Yep.
Series was announced. Have you got any thoughts of that?
I think it's pretty. I'm looking forward to it. I think. They don't. Oh no, they've named the other guy. What was the other guy for Mandalorian?
Pedro Pascal.
That's right.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm getting pretty excited for it.
For all these series coming out.
Yeah, there's so much. I hope. What if they're not all gonna? What if they come out at the same time? Like
they won't.
They won't. They'll be separated by.
So they're already filming the Mandalorian.
Yeah, so we'd probably get that one first. Yeah.
That's coming out late 2019.
Yeah.
I reckon the Cassian Andor one will probably come out the following year.
But that's maybe he's telling me it's going to be more like a spy thriller sort of.
Yeah. So we've got the gunslinger one, and now we've got the spy thriller one.
Yeah, that'd be awesome. Cool. That'd be cool. I remember you saying on the podcast last episode about characters you're hoping to sort of see in that, and because it fills that gap between before Rogue One
and Revenge of the Sith.
Yeah, there's loads of characters that, like they could.
And we've already seen, like I said in the previous podcast, we've seen Han Solo and Chewie in there, and Lando. Those characters would definitely pop up.
Those characters could definitely pop up, and also things like bounty hunters like Boba Fett in that time, in that part of the timeline. Or like
Jabba the Hutt too.
Jabba the Hutt, yeah.
Just all that underworld stuff that we love.
Yeah, and like being that spy thriller thing, I feel like Cassian could be sort of in that realm of that sort of around those sort of cats,
100%. That's why it makes it really exciting for that period. Yeah, and I was also thinking that possibly Darth Vader could even show up just because he's alive during that period, whereas in The Mandalorian he's not. So that could be something. Maybe Cassian doesn't see him, but in the background, somehow.
What about like Darth Maul?
Maul definitely could show up. Ooh.
Yeah. I just want more Darth Maul.
Do you know who I follow on Instagram? Ray Park. Yeah. And he has so many workout videos.
Yeah.
With him training, but he also trains with lightsabers. It's really good. You should follow it. I am Ray Park. That's his Instagram profile.
Yeah.
Follow him. But I'm like, a little bit of me is like, why is he training so much?
Yeah,
I'm like, oh, is he doing stuff for like a show or a movie coming up? That'd be cool. We've also got some other news actually we should touch on. Well, not news, but something interesting was posted on StarWars.com.
Yep.
The John Williams has done the
score for Galaxy's Edge.
Yeah, the Star Wars land.
Yeah.
Star Wars, yeah.
And listening to that and looking at the video that's sort of attached to it.
Yeah.
Galaxy's Edge / Star Wars land is massive.
It's huge. It's really huge.
Yeah, like it is. It's like a small town. It looks absolutely massive.
Yeah,
and like not just in height and grandeur, but the actual footprint of the landscape it takes is huge. Yeah, I kind of want to go now. Oh. Well, I wanted to go anyway, but now I'm like definitely.
So you're gonna come with me then?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, let's do it.
Let's go. But like, you'd need a couple of days, I reckon, to get A few days to do the
Especially
whole thing.
imagine the lines for the first week.
Yeah. Did you say there was like a hotel or something? Was that
That's in Florida.
And they would have used the Florida one, wouldn't they, for the video?
No, that's the Star Wars Land one, yeah. Because that one's opening first.
Okay.
In the summer of 2019, so just before I go.
Yeah, okay.
And then I think it's spring for the Florida one.
Okay.
Or their fall. Yeah, that makes
Okay.
Yeah, summer for them and their fall. Yeah.
Yeah, you're going to have to do a couple of days there to get the whole lot, wouldn't you?
Yeah,
And
the only thing I'm scared about, imagine how big the queues are going to be for the first year. Like...
Yeah, true.
It might be a bit hard. I'm crossing my fingers. Maybe I can sneak in and get on there first.
Yep.
And they also announced the 2 rides as well.
Okay, have they?
They announced one called Millennium Falcon Smuggler's Run.
Okay.
And the Star Wars Rise of the Resistance.
Okay.
So the Millennium Falcon ones like actually go into the Millennium Falcon.
Do the Kessel Run.
Well, I don't know if you do the Kessel Run. That'd be awesome.
Yeah.
And
the Kessel Run was a big.
You go with 3 people as well. So apparently you go in there with the ride with 3 other people, and depending on how well you do in that flight, you get points.
Oh, okay.
That somehow can be used in the theme park as well.
Oh, like winning tokens at a...
Yeah, something like that. And then the Resistance one looks really cool. It looks like you can actually walk through like the bridge of a Star Destroyer.
Okay.
Or the Resistance Star Destroyer, and action's going on while you're walking through it.
Oh.
So you get to be part of the action there.
Yeah.
So really immersive in this way. So I'm cool. Yeah. That's hectic.
It sounds like it's going to be sick.
Yeah. I just hope it doesn't take too long to line up. That's all.
Yeah. But maybe some of the lines might be worth it.
Definitely worth it. What else we got going on, man? Any other Star Wars adventures you've been on during the week?
I've just been watching Resistance.
Yeah.
I haven't watched Clone Wars in a while, actually.
I think I've gone ahead of you. You started watching it before me, and I
stopped. I stopped, and I need to get back into the habit of watching it. And every now and then I get an episode or 2 in. I'm now up to date with the Resistance. And
still enjoying it?
Still enjoying it. Yeah.
Some things I want to move along a bit quicker, but...
Yeah, true. And the animation style, I like, but there's little bits of it that I'm like the way they run. Just the way they run, like, I'm like, that don't look right.
Bit like Gumby.
Yeah. And, other than that, I'm really enjoying it. I rewatched Last Jedi.
You rewatched
last week. Yeah.
And that was the first time since watching it at the cinemas?
Yeah. Since watching it at the cinemas, I watched it again. And I was in my mind thinking of a few things that we've discussed, or things that you've brought up with me.
Okay.
Sort of like, mainly around Luke in his ghost form. Or not his ghost form. He's like his apparition form that he has and stuff. And a few of the little bits that he does and things to see, and you're like, I see how that's a giveaway.
So has it improved the way you think of the film?
Yeah, it does. It changed my mind on it.
That's it.
Yeah. So at first I didn't like the way, that he dies, but then after rewatching it, I'm like, I do.
Okay.
I like that.
So there you go. Listeners out there who haven't really liked The Last Jedi, I hope that the same thing has happened to you.
Yeah, rewatch it. And I also just paid a lot more attention to Ben Solo and just the acting involved with him.
Oh, yeah.
When there's something, I absolutely love it when, just before Ben Solo fights Luke, and he's up in like the AT-AT.
Oh, yeah.
Well, like, I remember looking at those AT-ATs.
I think he's just in his starship, actually.
Yeah, he's he's in that ship, but he's got all the big line of them.
Mm-hmm.
And I was just looking at how they differ from the original ones, like on Hoth and stuff, just because they're like upgraded, newer versions and stuff, and they're all black.
They're called Gorilla AT-ATs.
Are they? Yeah. They look cool. I remember just looking at that and going, just picking up on those things, and just the rage that he has when he's in that ship and he's like, fire everything you've got on you. And he's like, and they just absolutely pummel that spot. And I remember watching that again.
And Hux is like, I think
he got him. Yeah. And he's just standing there, the red dust like disperses, and it's Luke standing there like a total badass. And you're like, oh yeah.
That's right.
And rewatching that, man,
you go back and rewatch, I think you do get a little bit more acceptance. Even if you don't listen to what I've said, I think you do actually pull some things maybe you missed the first time because you're so like jarred about how it was different to what you thought it was going to be.
I think the first time I was also really confused about the relationship of Ray and Ben.
Right, yep.
And they're like how they were talking to each other through the Force. And they'd get pulled in to do it. They didn't know why. And I didn't realise, I didn't realise the first time I watched it, but the second time it was because Snoke was the one that was like bringing them together like that and planting the seed in both. Yeah, he was playing them both as puppets.
Yep.
But of course it ends up with his demise. But at the time, just that their relationship, I got picked up more little things which made it seem a lot stronger.
Because they've like lent on this whole like, oh, Snoke is dead now, and everyone wants this kind of retcon of like, I want JJ to fix the Snoke thing. Do you think he's going to come back, or do you think
cut in half, man?
Yeah, but we've seen that happen before with Maul.
Yeah, but he was lying on the ground with his tongue half hanging out.
Maybe he's a projection. That's what I thought.
Oh,
if he's strong enough to project two people, you know.
Yeah, true. Make him talk through the Force.
Well, something to do with Palpatine. I feel like there's Palpatine's coming back. There's a few little inklings that people have been saying around, little rumors that Palpatine will make it back, so it ties in the whole trilogy as well.
Yeah. Are they going to bring in the Knights of Ren?
I hope so, because it seems like a very missed opportunity, doesn't it?
It seems to be like a lot of people want it.
Yeah, it's one of those things. Like there's so much to do in this last episode. Well, that if there's not enough time for it, I wouldn't worry as long as the rest of it is all still solid.
Yeah.
But I do want to see them.
Yeah.
But if it's only for
there's not much like if you try like Google search it like images and stuff, there's nothing. No. It's nothing, just concept art and stuff.
Perhaps the Knights of Ren will make an appearance because now Kylo Ren is the supreme leader. Either they will come to overthrow him or they will join him in his army and quest.
Yeah.
So, yeah, who knows? But it's interesting to think what they can do. They look badass. That's the reason why I want to see them.
Yeah, exactly.
You know?
Yeah.
And their story has been untold, so you needed a resolution to that, I guess, in some way.
Yeah,
but
I agree.
I reckon it's that time.
For the Death Star quiz?
The Death Star death quiz, yes.
Okay.
Yes.
All right.
So let's let listeners know what's happening again. So me and Pasky decided a couple of weeks ago we'll do a quiz for each other. We'll go one question for one question each. The reason why we've decided to do it on a specific movie is because maybe I thought it would be unfair if we just went for a normal quiz because I might school him too much. But hey, just blowing some smoke up.
yeah, right.
But we thought that to make it fair, we'd watch the same movie at the same time and then ask how many questions you want to ask. We have written down 8 each. We'll go... Yeah. You want to ask 5 and then see how we go from there?
5 because there might be somewhere with
some overlays. Okay,
overlap that have the same or similar question.
Yep.
Also, I think doing it this way has really tested our ability to sort of think on the fly.
Yeah, because it's actually hard writing questions down. It's easy to write down little answers, but hard to write questions. Like think of a question.
Yeah.
In going through mine, I was like doing a lot of counting questions, and that's I don't know why. Okay. Yeah, I was like I need to diversify these questions. I have a feeling you're going to have some quotes for me, I reckon.
Yeah, I haven't written... Actually, I don't think there's been... Oh, there's a couple of... Not quotes, but there's things people say.
Okay. Jeez.
But
this could be hard. So these questions are meant to test us, but also test the listeners.
Yep.
And see how they go.
Play along.
Yeah, play along. And we'll see who can come out victorious out of the Death Star match.
Righto.
All right. So should we flip a coin to see who goes first?
You going to go find a coin?
Yeah, I'll find a coin. Here we go.
Yeah.
Heads or tails?
Heads.
Tails.
All right, you're going first. I am.
Well, I'll choose if I go
choose.
first.
You can choose.
I want you to ask the first question.
Okay.
When you're ready.
I'm ready.
Sure.
Okay, so when the droids they escape on an escape pod, like it heads off down to Tatooine.
Mm-hmm.
Vader orders one of his officers to personally conduct the mission to find the droids.
Yep.
What was his rank? Vader says it.
So not the name of the officer, just his rank.
His rank. Says rank. I want you to.
Commander.
Bang. Right on.
Sorry, just blew up the mics. Woo! Starts off good.
All right. A solid start.
Yes. All right. Are you going to score?
I'm going to put a little tick next to that one.
Okay.
Nice one.
Thanks, mate. Cheers. All right. Are we going to go straight from like the start of the movie to the end?
Yeah, I think all our questions. I feel like our questions have gone in chronological order.
They are, but I was like, should I swap them around so it's like easiest to hardest and keep my hard ones to the end?
No, I'm just gonna go.
Okay, here's one. How many stormtroopers does Leia shoot in the opening scene?
She shoots one, but the bullet doesn't look like it hits him.
Okay, it is one. He falls. So
yeah, he falls over. But it looks like it hits the wall to his side, and then they stun it from behind.
This isn't much of a Death Star quiz we've got one for.
So I was thinking of writing one down similar.
I had a feeling you might have this. Yeah. Fair enough. All right. Question number 2.
Okay. So when Obi-Wan and Luke, when they go to the cantina, they get in a tussle with 2 men. I'm sure you're aware of the scene.
Ponda Bub and Dr. Ezra.
Yep. I don't remember their names, but the names aren't important.
They're not announced.
But one of them claims he has a death sentence on how many systems?
12.
Yep.
Do you know why I know that?
Why?
Because after watching it, I remember that because I thought that might be a question you'd ask. But also, I was reading the Star Wars 40th anniversary from a certain point of view book, of the short stories. Yep. And there is 3 stories set in the cantina, one by Greedo's perspective, one by the bartender's perspective, and also one by one of the Biths who's in the band, the cantina band. And they're really interesting stories. And he does say 12 in there, so it's like got doubled up. So I don't know, is that some like Slumdog Millionaire shit going on there?
Yeah, maybe.
All right. Let's see if that's I've got a cantina one to go with that, actually.
Nice.
Speaking of the bartender. How did Luke get the attention of the bartender? Wooher, I think his name is, in the cantina.
Oh, he like taps him or grabs him by the shirt and the shoulder. Taps him on the shoulder and he turns around, like just gives him a glance and gives him a drink.
I'll give it to you. He does tug. He tugs him.
Tugs the corner of his shirt.
Okay, cool. So that's 2 for 2. Yeah, well done. I'm happy with that. Whoa. This is not a Death Star quiz. No. They're pretty hard questions, I think.
All right, my next one for you, mate.
Sure.
What docking bay number is the Millennium Falcon docked?
Oh, shit.
Harnett tells them to meet them at docking bay number.
It's an interesting one. That's a good one. 94?
Yeah, I reckon you wrote that one
down. No, I was confused. I wasn't sure it was 94, but no.
Yeah,
I do remember them saying 94.
Yeah.
And there's a podcast called that. So
that's, is there?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, wow. What's the score?
You've hit 3 for 3.
3 for 3, okay. I'm going to go back a little.
Okay.
What are Vader's first words to Princess Leia? It's that first scene when he boards. Yeah,
like after she's like been stunned.
Mm-hmm.
I can't think of it. I feel like it's just something like, where are the Death Star plans? Or
no.
Or nah.
No. Gotcha. It's don't be so surprised.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
She's like, I should have known, or something like that. And then he's like, don't be so surprised. All right. What are we up to now? Question number
4.
4.
I'm looking at my question number 4 here, though, and I think it's too easy. So I'm going to skip it.
Okay, go. Yeah, that's what we want to...
When the Millennium Falcon gets pulled onto the ship, onto the Death Star.
Mm-hmm.
No, it's not Death Star. They get pulled onto the Death Star. They get pulled onto the...
Star Destroyer.
Yep. At one point, all the good guys in like a control room, and R2-D2 looks into the computer's like system,
mm-hmm.
and finds that Leia's there.
Yep.
What level is she on?
I wrote it down, but I'm not going to look at the notes.
I was going to get you to do the level, and then there's this crazy number for the room
level
number.
5, AA3.
5's right. Yeah, I didn't write down the rest of it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, let me ask this one. How many stormtroopers stop Obi-Wan and Luke at Mos Eisley? You know, when they drive in the speeder, they just arrive just before they go into the cantina.
Oh, man.
When he goes...
Is that not the droid you're looking for?
Yeah.
I feel like it's 2 or 3, but I don't know which... No.
It's not 3. It's 5.
All right. Okay.
Come on, stump me, mate.
Okay.
I'm 2 ahead of you.
Yeah, you're 4 for 4.
Shit.
Yeah. All right. How wide is a thermal exhaust port? And for bonus points, what particular weapon do they need to shoot into it?
A thermal exhaust point.
On the Death Star that they've got to
okay.
do, that they're going to shoot some things into it for a bonus
point. They go
point.
shoot protons. Proton torpedoes.
That's it? Yep.
So I get the bonus, but I don't get the extra. So how big is it? Man.
Well, yeah, they only tell you how wide it is.
I wouldn't even know the measurement they use, to be honest. I just know they say a big one and a small one.
That's right. There's one underneath another one, and they're going to shoot the one that's underneath, and it's a certain width.
Let's just go with 32 meters.
It's 2 meters.
2 meters, okay.
Yeah.
Well, that makes a bit more sense since it's so hard to shoot.
Yeah, but I'm going to give you for you got
don't give
bonus point.
No. What's a bonus point worth? Half a parsec.
I'll give you half a point for the whole lot. You did well.
Okay, let's go here. When Luke was training with the remote droid on the Millennium Falcon, how many times did he hit the blasts with his saber in a row? So you know when he's got the has thing on it.
He's got the
helmet.
With the blast shield down, you can't see a thing. It's it's 3.
It is.
Yes.
Yay! He's back on track. Well done, mate. Well done. Okay. So you've got 3 right.
Yeah, you've gotten 4.5 out of 5. I'm pretty impressed.
Not bad.
I'll give you one more. So I've just got another one here. Who from Luke's past does Luke run into before jumping into the X-Wings?
Oh, Biggs.
Yeah, that's easy.
That's an easy one.
That's why I was looking at that one. And the last one I told you, and I was like, it's too easy. Yeah.
Oh, think of some other hard ones. I want to go with mine. I think you can come back with mine.
Okay.
What animal did Luke shoot back on Tatooine?
Oh, with his T-16? Yeah. Is it Womp Rats or Womp Rats?
Womp Rats is correct.
Yeah.
Yep. Well done,
I was
mate.
to say Swamp Rats.
That's too in-world. That's too earthy.
Yeah.
Man, I'm surprised. That was a good one. So you're on 4 now out of 6. What am I on?
You're on 5.
5.
Yeah.
Or 5.5, whatever it is.
5.
We'll call it 5.
5.
I'm
going to round it down because you're smarter than me. 5 out of 6.
How about this? Since I'm in the lead, I'm going to ask you a question now. And if you get this, it's back on. It's back on.
Okay.
All right. So when the Millennium Falcon left Tatooine, when they were escaping the Empire, how many Star Destroyers were in pursuit?
2.
Yep. Nice.
You know why I know that?
Why?
Because when that was coming up on the TV when we were watching it before,
I
was thinking the way they framed it was like cinematograph. I can't think of words now. I'm so tired. The planet was in the top top left portion of the screen, and the orientation of the 2 ships, if you had they were like upside down to the where the planet was. You'd think the bottom of the ships would be facing towards the planet, but it wasn't. It was like the tops of the ships
because they came in from the orbit the other way.
Yeah, but it's just, and then I had this big moment where I just started thinking to myself, like when people are flying in space, whenever they're flying all around together, how do they ever keep the same orientation? Put me in that big thing and I just got real distracted.
You're in. All right. Long story short.
It's back on, baby.
It's 5-all.
Yeah.
All right. You got a one for me?
Oh, yeah. It's tricky. What does 3PO tell Uncle Owen, like, what he did as his first job?
Oh.
Yeah, it's a tricky one.
Oh, I want to go with translator, but I don't think that's right. Nah, it's lost me.
He programmed binary load lifters.
Oh, of course he did.
Yeah, if I didn't know that, if you had asked me that one, I didn't pay attention to that. I would have said like a translator, or he said like a protocol.
Protocol, good, yeah.
And I remember like him saying how he's like
fluent
in so many languages and stuff.
Exactly. Yeah, 6 million. And then in Force Awakens, it's 7 million.
Oh, yeah. He's been learning.
Been learning all those years, hey. All right, so it's now 5-all. My question again.
Okay.
Here's a tough one for you. What color astromech besides R2-D2?
Mm-hmm.
What color astromech besides R2-D2
mm-hmm.
was loaded into a ship on Yavin 4?
I know this one.
Do you?
Yeah.
Say it.
It's green.
Yep. Well done, mate.
Maybe because I was going to write that one down.
Nice. Well done.
Oh, wow.
Oh, he's in the lead.
Yeah, but the next question, the last question I've got written down is so lame.
Mm-hmm.
Like, yeah, I think anyone listening would be like, why'd you save this one for last?
Okay, what is it?
All right. What planet did Leia tell Vader that the rebel base was located on?
Dantooine.
Yeah.
Yep. Yes. Yeah. So that ends a draw.
Yeah.
All right. Maybe we should take a quick break and write down a sudden death question.
Ooh. Okay.
All right, and we're back. It's 6-all.
Yep.
Death question.
Yep. 6-all. We've deliberated. Both got one question each. So one of us could come out victorious.
Oh, yeah.
Penalty shootout. Or it could come to a tie and we'll have to battle at another front.
We didn't really have any provisions if it
Yeah, we didn't think this would happen.
Yeah. We went our whole 8 questions because it was so close.
Yeah.
But all right, let's go.
Yep.
You want to take the honours?
I'll take the honours.
All right, go.
Aaron.
Mm-hmm.
Before every Star Wars film, there's a short prologue of the yellow text that scrolls up the screen.
Mm-hmm.
In A New Hope, who is the only main character mentioned in the prologue?
The only main character.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. There's 2 I've got in my mind. It's Darth Vader and Leia. I don't like the prologues. I don't like reading.
No?
I don't like reading.
I don't like reading, but I'm reading the 40th anniversary short stories book.
I'm going to say Princess Leia.
You're right.
Oh!
You're correct. And when you just said it's either Vader or Leia,
yeah,
I was like, oh, it could be tricky because it says in the prologue, like Imperials, like something around like sinister agents are in pursuit of like Princess Leia.
Right.
Yeah.
It doesn't say
But
Vader.
it doesn't say Vader.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. Because we don't know who Vader is.
Yeah, we don't know yet.
All right. This is to draw the game, and then I guess we'll just call it a draw. Hey.
Yeah, we'll have to battle it another day.
I'm nervous asking this question.
I'm nervous too, man. All right.
Here's the question.
Okay.
After the planet Alderaan was shot down, what were Obi-Wan's words?
Oh, it's a hard quote, but it's so famous. Obi-Wan's there and he's like, so I'm going to freestyle a little bit, but
go.
It's something about like a disturbance, like a million voices shouted out, cried out in pain, and then was suddenly silenced or something.
Yeah, I'll give it to you. Yeah. Okay, so this is a draw.
I feel like it's so sacrilegious to get that so wrong.
Yeah, the correct wording is, I felt a great disturbance in the Force, as if a million voices suddenly cried out in terror and were suddenly silenced.
Yeah, that's it.
So it's a draw. The big Death Star quiz. We obviously didn't go hard enough in our questions, I don't think.
No, I think there were a couple of good ones, but I think we have to take it up a notch next one.
I reckon we do. I don't know how we're going to do this. Well, I guess we'll just do another Death Star quiz.
Yep.
Or maybe the Death Star 2. Do the Return of the Jedi, hey?
Maybe.
And if not, then it will be the Force Awakens
We'll
Star
just keep going until there's a winner.
Until the Death Stars are all destroyed, hey? But I think this one is going to wrap up episode 8.
Yeah, so all our listeners, make sure you follow us on Instagram, Facebook and Twitter, which are great platforms if you want to send us any questions, because we do love chatting.
Yeah, send us some questions. We want to have some stuff to talk about.
Yeah, some more in-depth stuff. We love it and love knowing that you're there and you're listening. Where can fans listen to us, Aaron?
Yeah, just listen to us on iTunes Podcasts, Spotify, Stitcher, Podomatic, and also tune in. And we also have our shows on YouTube as well. So check us out there.
Sweet.
So fellow barflies, catch us next week. May the Force be with you.